it comes to these two teams, Grant, you have to expect they'll be relying on their front courts to get it done here.
Yeah, I think that's right, B.A. It should be an old-fashioned battle amongst the bigs. And whoever gets the edge in that matchup, I think gets the W. But we'll see.
And the starting group for Chicago. White and Okoro are the wings. Nikola Vucevic is out there with Buzelis. And it's Jones in at the point. Randall outside. Picked by Gobert. And it's Randall with the jam.
Wow, Julius Randle. We could feel the floor shaking on that one.
Here's Jones. Outside White. Back to Jones. Here's Buzelis. A clear look for Vucevic. Gets an open look and hits it.
Well, he's such a natural talent. Has all the skill needed to produce at a high level.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Pass to Edwards. From about 16, that one's good for 2.
Where doesn't Edwards score from? Even in the mid-range, he makes shots.
Well, Grant, we've heard Anthony Edwards talk about trusting his teammates. He understands you need everybody.
Yeah, a lot falls on his shoulders offensively with this team, B.A. So those playmaking decisions in the moment, a lot easier said than done. Now, you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
Randall pulls down the board. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. And stolen by Jones. Pass to Okoro. Here's Buzelis. Vucevic, the pass to Jones. Chicago passing it around. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pulls it from the top of the key. And again, no good by Chicago. McDaniels from long range. Buzelis grabs the board. Bulls trail by 4. Jones, the pass to White. Now Vucevic, defended by Gobert. Outside Jones, takes a 3. Hauled in by DiVincenzo. Here's Edwards. Pass to McDaniels. Yes, and it's Edwards picking up the assist.
A smart idea from McDaniels, looking to convert inside.
And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. Everyone talks about Jaden McDaniels' defense, and for good reason, Stan.
Well, B.A., one way to get a lot of playing time is to be the best at something. McDaniels is a total lockdown defender on the wing. He can guard anybody.
Outside White. There's the 3. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Randall, right side. McDaniels passes to DiVincenzo. Here's Randall, defended by Jones. Pass to Gobert. 6 on the shot clock. Now here's Edwards. The 3, DiVincenzo. No luck on that one. Jones against DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo with the steal. Drives to the hoop. Right side Edwards. And he makes it on the layup.
Well, Edwards is such a strong player. Skilled at absorbing contact and still finishing.
And it's Jones with the ball for Chicago. Trailing by 8. Vucevic, a screen on DiVincenzo. Outside White. Five on the clock. Here's Jones. It's deflected. Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
What a way to begin this game. Dominating at both ends of the floor.
Obviously, guys, brilliant coaching, a perfect game plan.
Buzelis' shot is good.
Oh, nice touch on the inside play by Buzelis, adjusting from close range.
And Chris Finch wants a timeout. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. And the Timberwolves going with a whole new group out there. Then for Chicago, Dosunmu, he's checked in for Okoro, and Herter's subbed in for Jones. Conley passes to Reed. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
And early on, they've been on a tear, just getting whatever they want offensively.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
Flying in with the one-hand slam.
That right there was a statement finish. Conley looking for an opening. Now here's Miller, tightly guarded. They set the pick. Here's Clark. Another one falls for Minnesota.
Man, that was fast. They're already up by double digits.
Yeah, incredible play on both ends of the floor. There may be too big of a gap here.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, you gotta love that kind of effort. Getting in there and fighting through the defense.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
The Bulls trail by 11. Outside White. And he banks in the layup.
Well, as a guard like White, you need to score inside. Force teams to respect you everywhere.
Conley passes to Clark. And here's Dillingham from the arc. And that's not gonna go. Misses at the buzzer. And so the first quarter is in the books. It's Minnesota leading. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the Timberwolves?
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
Yeah, they've dictated the pace to this point, looking to run at every opportunity.
And for Chicago, let's take a look. Kevin Herter out there with Javon Carter. Then there's Jalen Smith. Then there's Ayo Dosunmu. And it's Williams in at the four-man position. Now here's Dosunmu. Smith with a screen on Clark. Dosunmu goes in. Smith outside. Herter from long range. Buries it from three. Herter's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on, they're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Well, Grant, you look at the Bulls, middling on both ends. What's their biggest need?
You know, B.A., I think it's length and athleticism. You can't have enough of those type of players in today's game. You look at their activity stats, the steals, offensive rebounds, very much in need of a boost.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, the Timberwolves coach, Chris Finch, said, "We're a team based on movement, cutting, and fluidity. That burden also falls on Anthony Edwards to move and accommodate his teammates. For his part, Ant said his focus is being what the team needs me to be, a leader by example, and showing them that I'm coachable." B.A., back to you.
Okay, Allie, thanks a lot.
And even with the miss, that's a high percentage shot for him.
Driving to the basket. Dillingham with the bucket. Dillingham's gotten his first basket of the night.
And taking a look at this first half, they've just shown better shot selection.
Yeah, they've done a better job executing offensively, moving the ball and creating high percentage looks.
Now here's Vucevic. Vucevic, a screen on Randall. Outside Jones. Pass to Vucevic. With one on the clock, and Vucevic slams it in.
Can't be too surprised by this. Vucevic got the room, and he went to work.
And Chris Finch wants a timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. And the Timberwolves will go for a different look here. Rudy Gobert's checked in for Reed. Jaden McDaniels comes in for Clark. Anthony Edwards is checked in for Dillingham. And it's DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley. Ellis is checked in for Chicago.
And when McDaniels is hitting this, look out, because it opens up everything else for him offensively.
Jones, the pass to Vucevic. Jones in the post. DiVincenzo covering. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. No good with the triple.
Hey, sometimes you miss even under the best of circumstances.
McDaniels passes to Randall. For three, DiVincenzo. And another three from Minnesota. Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on, bud.
Thanks. With players signing rich extensions, highlighted by Devin Booker's 2-year, $145 million max contract, we're quickly approaching a time when so-called supermax players will be making over $1 million per game. As shocking as it sounds, the reality is that the best players are already worth more than that to their teams.
It's all about results. Thank you very much for the report, Shams. Now here's Edwards. And again, it's Minnesota with a three.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. And the Bulls making a change here. White's checked in. Okoro outside. White, the pass to Jones. They need this. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert.
The other team just looks more in sync and is riding the momentum.
Their body language does not look good right now. They're deflated and unable to stop this run. Well, it shows you how crucial communication is. They clearly weren't on the same page there.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Reed's checked in. Here's Jones. Still no points. Vucevic, that's in. Coming off an assist from Jones.
Well, offensively, that's what you want to get. Vucevic from point-blank range.
Pass to Reed from downtown. Nails it from beyond the arc.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Now here's Jones. The three from Okoro. The shot won't fall.
I can't believe he missed that three. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving him.
Nice shot by DiVincenzo.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Pass to Buzelis. The three from Okoro. Gets rebounded by Minnesota. Gobert's got 4 rebounds now. And Edwards slams it in.
Yeah, Edwards has some big bounce in his style.
Rudy Gobert.
Here's Jones. 36 seconds left in the second quarter. Here's White to halt the run. Edwards pulls it in. Here's McDaniels. And there are the Timberwolves with another bucket.
Well, look, you want to put your guys in a position to succeed. McDaniels is more comfortable operating off the catch than he is initially.
Talk about taking advantage of the opportunity.
How about the anticipation right there that led to the steal? Then he goes straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
Left side, McDaniels. Connects from downtown. McDaniels got 8 points in the quarter, and through one half, it hasn't even been close. It's Minnesota running away with it. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Teams are returning to center court. And get ready for the big half-court shot. Drum roll. They're taking them off the shots.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
What makes him an exciting player is the ultra-aggressive mindset that we saw over and over in the first half.
Yeah, he hasn't been settling. He's getting to the rim, and that's him at his best.
We've got Mike Conley, and it's Baron J in at center. And that's the group for Chris Finch as we begin the second half. Here's Okoro. Rebounded by Juzang. And here are the Timberwolves. Clark outside. Good ball movement here by Minnesota. Puts up a three. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
Well, coaches will take that any day. Don't pass up open threes like that.
And prior to last season, the Timberwolves had never won a playoff series in consecutive seasons, Stan.
Yeah, and so now they make the conference finals 2 seasons in a row, the most sustained success this franchise has ever known.
Three-pointer. And it's Chicago with a board. Out to the wing. Here's Butelis, and he dunks it down.
And the defense has to offer more resistance. Can't let guys like Butelis get this close to the rim.
Chicago shooting their first free throw of the night here. And the Bulls, with one playoff game win in the last 8 seasons, the lowest total over any 8-year stretch in franchise history, Stan.
Well, yeah, they've hovered around 500 for the last 4 seasons and been really competitive. But the problem is you can get stuck in that middle. Now, going young, can they find a path back to relevance?
Reed, good.
Well, Reed has only become more confident as time has gone on at the arc. He will not hesitate.
Deflected. Clark outside. Shoots over White. Butelis grabs the board.
I'm not sure how he's going to explain that shot later.
Yeah, you know, back in the day, you'd be taking a seat. Now, unfortunately, it seems like we see too many ill-advised shots.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thank you. Kobe White becoming an offensive focal point, saying it means a lot that my coaches and my teammates trust me. The only thing that can prepare you for this is going through it. For me to become the player I want to be, I need those moments. It's all part of the learning process and the journey. Back over to you.
Okay, Allie, good stuff.
Laser focus from White. The moment that pass was headed to him, he was ready.
Here's Baron J. Reed for three. Again gets it to go. He can't miss. 5 for 5.
Well-placed pass in the hands of a guy ready to attack.
Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
Explosive move by White. Going right up to the rim.
Conley passes to Reed. No good on the triple.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Pass to White. Launches a three. Clark grabs the board. The Timberwolves have gone 4 of 9 in the third quarter. Out left to the wing. And the three-pointer goes. Clark's got 11 points.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Pass to Berenger. Now Conley from deep. Drops in the three. He's got 6.
Just a smart offensive player. Conley is aware of when he should look to rise and fire. Whew, I love it.
Rebounded by the Timberwolves. And it's Clark on the take. Oh, Clark with the slam.
Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
Well, clearly the defense has had no answer for them. Might be time to try something different.
Well, Stan, you look at Naz Reid. He gives you some size, but he is a dangerous scorer, especially from the perimeter.
Absolutely, B.A. And also, Reid is one of the most entertaining players to watch. So many deflections, blocks, dunks, hits threes. He does it all.
Now here's White. He's got 10. Who's Ellis? He got a piece of it, and they're able to recover. Vucevic gets the bucket. For Minnesota, they've gone 7 of 13 in the second half. And here's Clark for 3. Vucevic with a steal. And that one is hammered home.
Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
Here's Juzang. That one's good. And it's Conley who picks up the assist. Conley's got assist number 5 here tonight. The Bulls have gone 50% from the field in the third quarter. 8 of 16. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Back to Jones. Pass to Okoro. White for 3. Reid with the rebound. Reid's got 4 rebounds now. Clark outside. Here's Juzang. Fades. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves. Don't see too many 39-point leads. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm Assist of the Game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
Well, his height gives him the ability to see the floor, and he makes a quick decision and a great pass.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. On the court for Chicago, it's Williams and Vucevic at the 4 and the 5. Javon Carter is out there with Kevin Huerter, and it's Dosunmu in at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Huerter. Here's Carter. Nice D from Reid.
That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
Dillingham with the bucket.
The defense was just nowhere to be found, and because of that, he adds to their lead.
Yeah, look, the truth is, he doesn't need much space anyway, but that one was too easy.
Here's Dosunmu. Outside Huerter. 6 to shoot. Pass to Vucevic. Here's Dosunmu. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Reid's got 6 rebounds in the game. And here's Dillingham from the arc. Chicago grabs the miss. About 1 minute played here in the fourth quarter. And there's Huerter. That's good on the assist by Carter.
And defensively, that's just not going to cut it.
And so it's Conley who brings up the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Now here's Huerter. Pass to Vucevic. Chicago passing it around. Outside Huerter. Carter on the wing. Over Conley. Carter can't get it to go.
And it didn't register as an official block, but he did everything you want in disrupting that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
The Bulls have gone 1 of 4 since the fourth quarter began. Dosunmu, right side. Miller pulls it in. Minnesota's gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this fourth quarter. Here's Dillingham. Huerter defending. Dillingham with the bucket.
Nice execution by the offense, generating a good look.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them. Good decision making. Scopes the situation, puts the pass right on the mark.
Here's Miller. Drills it from deep. Miller's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
You can't give a shooter that kind of look on the perimeter. I don't care who it is.
Dosunmu for 3. Knocks it down from distance.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
The Bulls have gotten 3 of 7 attempts in this fourth quarter to fall. To the inside, here's Williams, and Williams punches it home.
A bit undersized, his hops make him a legit small ball 4.
Here's Conley, hands the ball out of bounds. Dillingham tucks it last.
And even when you've got some room for error, you hate to see this. Miscommunication resulting in the turnover.
Some changes for Minnesota. Freeman, he's checked in for Miller. Ingles comes in for Clark. And it's Highland in for Mike Conley. A big group substitution here for Chicago. Ellis is checked in for Williams. Okoro comes in for Dosunmu. White, he's checked in for Herter. And it's Trey Jones in for Carter. Now here's White. Pass to Vucevic. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Yeah, Vucevic is having no problem finding chances to score. The defense has to rethink how they're defending.
Good on the bucket. 1:53 left in the game. To the left side wing. Outside White. And the power finish by Vucevic.
Yeah, this is when they need to lean on him more. Get him the ball and let him build some momentum.
Here's Freeman. Off target from outside.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Timberwolves.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And what a huge performance it was for Naz Reid.
Well, you know, his work on the glass was a key factor, helping to turn the tide as far as the possession game, and so often that's the difference.
And after that surprising Karl Anthony Towns trade, it took time for Minnesota to gel.
Yeah, last season some inconsistency, but they seemed to find a groove down the stretch, capping it off with a deep run.
Now here's Reid to the wing on the left. The 3 is up, and the basket by Freeman. Freeman's got himself on the board with a 3 there.
They're really employing a deep range initiative here in the fourth, and it's working.
Yeah, it's always a little risky to lean this hard on the three-point shot, but when you're knocking him down, you might as well keep riding.
Ingles from outside, and the Timberwolves hit. Again from deep.
Leaving nothing to chance. This run shutting the door.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
Here's Dillingham. Chicago making their last shot, and Ingles gets it to go. The assist from Dillingham.
Impressive job by this team, and you really can't discount the impact of this crowd here.
No, I'd be lying if I said the crowd doesn't have an impact. It's certainly felt from the head coach all the way down.
Now here's Vucevic. Chicago passing it around. The 3 from Okoro. Pass to Ellis. And here's White. And they go to the intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
First one falls for him.
White taking 2 shots.
White hits them both. Wing shot on the way. Another one falls for Minnesota.
Yeah, you love to see a quick bucket off the inbound. Well done.
And so it's Minnesota. Easily grabbing this one. Well, this might not have been the most competitive game we've ever seen, but you've got to appreciate their masterful performance.
And I'm sure their fans appreciated it too. We saw the outstanding defense and a loaded offensive effort, and they were just dominant out there.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce,